Vivaldi is a browser I've been using for a while now, and I think it's one of the most customizable browsers you can have. And today I'll be sharing 16 settings that improve how I use the browser. Alright, let's get started. So by default, the browser has its address bar at the top. To bring it down, go to Settings, tap Tabs, then enable address bar at bottom. If you go back, you will notice that the address bar has been brought to the bottom. For the next step, you can add a home button to the browser so that you can tap on it anytime you want to go to the start page. To do that, go to Settings, tap Appearance and Themes, then tap Show Start Page icon in address bar. If you go back, you will notice the home button after this. You can tap it anytime you want to go to the start page. If you care about security, I will not recommend saving your passwords in any browser. But as you know, most browsers will ask you to save your password whenever you log into a website. In Vivaldi, to disable that request, go to Settings, tap Password Manager, and disable the Save Passwords option. From here, you'll not be asked to save your passwords whenever you log into a website. Okay, so this is my link in bio page. If I tap the YouTube icon, you will notice that the YouTube app opens. This can be annoying if you click on a link and instead of the link opening in the browser, an app opens instead. So if you want to disable that in Vivaldi, just head over to Settings, tap Privacy and Security, then scroll down and tap Don't Open Links in External Apps. With this option enabled, when you tap links that should normally open an app, the website is going to open in Vivaldi. I just wish there was a way for you to decide if you actually want to open the app. Maybe we'll get that in future updates. Okay, so for the next thing, have you ever accidentally closed the tab? Well, for you to get the tab back, you will have to maybe go to your history and then search for the tab. But in Vivaldi, if you go to Settings, tap Tabs, scroll down and enable Show Undo Message on Tab Close. If you accidentally close the tab, you'll get this notification to bring it back. The only annoying thing is that the notification stays there for a while. You can't swipe it away. And if it's blocking something, you'll just have to wait. When you open a new tab in this browser, the keyboard on your phone pops up. I'm sure they made it this way because when you open a new tab, it's either you want to search for something or you want to type in an address. But for some reason, I find this annoying. So to turn this off, head over to Settings, tap Tabs, then disable Focus Address Bar on New Tab. After doing this, the keyboard on your phone won't pop up anymore if you open a new tab. An app I use for downloading things on my phone and on my PC is called Free Download Manager. It is a free and open source download manager with some useful features. Maybe I'll make a video about it soon. But this is an external downloader and most Android browsers do not support external downloaders except Firefox and in this case Vivaldi. So to use Free Download Manager with Vivaldi, you need to head over to your download options, tap the settings icon, then tap External Download Manager and select the one you want. In my case, it's FDM. So if you guys want, I'll make a video about FDM showing you some of the useful features it has. By default, Vivaldi's search engine is called Start Page. This search engine is for people who are interested in privacy, and even though I'm interested in privacy, I still feel like Google is a better search engine. And for this part of the video, I'll be showing you how to switch your search engine in Vivaldi. So you need to head over to Settings, tap Search Engine, then change the standard tab to Google, and you can do the same for the private tab. This will change your search engine to Google if you use incognito mode. After that, whenever you do a search, it's going to be done via Google. Okay, so something that I don't like so much is when my search history shows up whenever I tap the address bar. There are some searches that are too embarrassing to be seen by others. So the best thing to do is to hide them. To do that, you need to head over to Settings, then you need to tap Address Bar and disable Show Typed History. This will hide everything you have typed in the address bar when you tap on the address bar. But as you begin to type stuff, it's going to show your previous search history. So if you want to disable that as well, just go back to that page and disable everything that you can see. By default, on most browsers, while you're watching videos, if you leave the browser or even leave the tab, you'll notice that the video stops playing. On Vivaldi, if you go to Settings, you tap General, then enable Allow Background Audio Playback. You can play YouTube videos while you're using other apps or even while your phone is locked. One thing that almost made me uninstall this browser when I first started using it was that I could not close tabs by swiping. There's an option to do that, but by default they turned it off. I don't know why, but well, here is how you change it. So head over to Settings, then tap Tabs and enable Swipe to Close tab. After doing this, you should be able to close tabs by swiping. Honestly, I don't know why they turned this off by default, but well, now you know how to do it. Okay, so another option that I'm really glad that they provided is the option to hide your tabs. I feel like they take up a lot of unnecessary space. So to hide them, go to Settings, tap Tabs, then disable Show Tab Bar. And now the browser looks cleaner without all the tabs being shown. The next setting I will be showing you is something I should have mentioned earlier for those of you who brought your address bar down. Because when you do a search, you'll notice that the suggestions are high and you can't easily reach them with your fingers. So the best thing to do is to bring them down. So to do that, go to Settings, tap Tabs, then enable Reverse Search Suggestions Order. You'll need to restart the browser for this to work. And when you do that, you'll notice that if you search for something, the suggestions will be brought down. If you use incognito mode a lot, that's the private tab, I would recommend locking it. To do that, you need to head over to Settings, tap Privacy and Security, enable Lock Private Tabs when you leave Vivaldi, then enter your fingerprint. If you're using incognito mode and you leave the browser, when you open it again, you will have to enter your fingerprints to access your private tabs. If you head over to the menu option, you can see a game that you can play in Vivaldi. As for someone who hardly plays the game, I feel like it just takes unnecessary space in the menu. So here is how you can disable it. So head over to Settings, tap Appearance and Themes, tap Main Menu Layout, then disable Show Vivaldi Game in Menu. After that, the option will be hidden in the menu, and to me, this menu looks a lot cleaner. Okay, so for the last one, I accessed this website while using Vivaldi browser, but I couldn't do anything on the browser because the browser was blocking some part of the website. And the reason why is because I brought the address bar down. I don't feel like it is the fault of the browser. I feel like it is a poorly designed website. That's why it is behaving this way. But well, there's a way to have the full screen being displayed. And to do that, you need to head over to Settings, tap Appearance and Theme, then disable Show Toolbars while scrolling. So if I go back and scroll down, you'll see that the toolbar is gone. And if I scroll up, it will be back. So by disabling the option, I was able to tap the button that I needed to on the website. So those are the 16 settings that I used that improve how I use the browser. I'll make a separate video where I cover the PC version of this browser. There are some settings that you also need to know. But with that said, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this and ask me any questions you may have. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.